One in a million. 안녕하세요, 건입니다. Welcome to another video, guys. This is gonna be a little bit different to what I usually do. It's not gonna be a reaction video. I've actually already seen both of these groups debut. I have a video reacting to Dala Lala. I don't have one for Q&A. That's because I didn't really expect anything from Cherry Bullet. Like, I just randomly showed up in my timeline when they debuted, and I just watched it on my own. But yeah, I've been wanting to talk about that group for a while now. And yeah, I don't know, I thought it would be interesting to just make a video talking a little bit about my opinions on both of their debuts. I've been following them since they came out. And I think it's kind of interesting. They have like both did things right and things wrong from my perspective, at least, and they kind of did it in a different way. So yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. So first up is ITZY. They've been making a little bit of a storm in the K-pop world ever since they got announced. They are the new JYP group, so obviously they come from one of the big three companies. Yeah, they've been really successful so far. They won 3 music shows on their debut week. So yeah, they've been selling really well. They were a little bit of a surprise for me. I feel like everyone was kind of expecting them to be sort of. Oh, I just realized I didn't give play here. Whatever. Everyone was kind of expecting them to be like a girl crush concept, kind of like something like Blackpink or Idol. They kind of the teasers kind of show that as well. Like they showed them with like toy guns and stuff, and they all had like, I don't know, they just looked like mean and stuff. They had the teaser for the music video, which was the rap part. So I feel like everyone was kind of expecting it to go that way. And they actually came out and they were a little bit of a surprise. They've been doing what they call a teen crush concept as opposed to a girl crush. They have that sort of empowering image, but changing the sexiness aspect to it, just putting it like the cute young aspect to it. So some kind of like what Twice uses, and they've been mixing those two things. So they are kind of an in-between point between the cutesy stuff and the girl crush stuff. I think it's really interesting, and yeah, it has led the song to be a little weird. It feels like they didn't really know what direction they wanted to go in, so it kind of has like different parts that fit in different styles. For example, I really love the chorus, but then there's the dance break and the rap break. They're like a little weird to me, like they don't really fit together with the chorus that well. I feel like that happened to a lot of people. They were kind of disappointed with the song when it came out because of this. A couple weeks later, I now kind of really like it. There are still parts that sound iffy to me, especially that dance break where they are like shouting on the top of the cars. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like the like Wah dance break in Twice's debut, but it's just less catchy and it just doesn't work as well, from my opinion. But yeah, overall the song, I feel like I started liking the song a lot more the more I've heard it, but it was a little bit of a disappointment when it first came out. And yeah, I don't know, I've been really liking the style, and I'm really curious to see like what direction they go in now. They kind of promoted the group as being something different, so yeah, they really seem to be doing something different to what it usually is. On the other hand, Q&A, which is Cherry Bullet's debut. Cherry Bullet is a group from FNC, which from my understanding is a fairly big company, but not that much in the idol world. Like they do more like solo artists or something. I'm not completely sure, to be honest, so don't quote me. But yeah, they kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know if some people were expecting them or not. I know some people were following their trainee days and stuff from what I've seen on Reddit, but yeah, they just weren't that popular beforehand. When they came out, I just randomly watched the video, and I actually really liked it. It's the songs are a little generic, and the whole group style in general is a little generic. It's kind of like twice. Like it has a lot of. It's mostly pretty cutesy, but it has like a hip hop style in the background a little bit. I don't know. I personally really loved it. I think it's really catchy. I can see how people would think it's a little generic. I don't think it's that bad. Like K-pop in general tends to be pretty generic. So I think if you do that and you do it really well, it can still work perfectly well. I didn't really like the video that much for several reasons. Um, one of the reasons is when you're making a debut for a group, I think you're kind of supposed to give like an introduction to each of the members, like make people show people all of your members, show them like, okay, this person, this is their a general idea of their personality, and you know you're kind of introducing the group to people, so you should be able to showcase that. And in Q&A, it feels like there are several of the members that have extremely little screen time, and they don't even sing. Like for example, I may be wrong, but I don't think Lin or Remy, but Lin and Remy, I don't remember them ever opening their mouths. Um, so yeah, I don't think that's very good. Um, and they don't even have much screen time either. So I can understand if they're like, okay, they are the dance members, but at least show them in the choreography more or something. Like give more focus to that. For example, in ITZY's debut, the Leah has fairly little lines. Like she has the chorus and a couple verses here and there, but it's generally less than the other members. But her few lines are the few lines she's in. They mainly focus on her and on the video. Like she's there in the center. They're like fairly impactful images, so she really leaves an impression, even though she doesn't have that big of a part in the song, um, as opposed to the other members. So yeah, I think that's a little bit disappointing from Q&A. And that with the fact that it's a little generic, I feel like it put a lot of people off. And yeah, I don't think it was that good of a review. I really like their other song, Violet. Um, I understand why they didn't make Violet their title track. It's a slower song, like it kind of a ballad. It kind of reminds me a lot of Precious Love by Twice. But yeah, I love the song. So overall, like I really like all of everything that Cherry Bullet has made, as far as the songs at least. And but yeah, it's a little bit of a shame they haven't been given the same treatment in the advertisement side of things with like the video and stuff. Like they just haven't been able to shine that much. So yeah, that's a little bit of a shame. And that's why I think it's a little bit different for both of the groups. You know, you have one group that had a lot of hype, the other one didn't have much hype. One has a very different style to what's normal in K-pop, kind of like mixing the different genres of K-pop, and the other one is pretty generic in one side, but does it really well. Another thing they are different in is the amount of content they put out. ITZY it's actually pretty different to how Twice did it back in the day. Like Twice came out with a really big with like a 6-track album, I think. The story begins. They also had 16, where obviously in reality where they were formed, so everybody already knew them from that show. They came out with Twice TV really quickly, which is kind of similar to ITZY, so it's not that big of a deal. But they had like the V-Live showcase where they showed all of the songs. It was like a really big thing. ITZY kind of didn't release anything. Like they don't have a physical release. They only have 2 digital songs. One it didn't even come out until like 3 days after Dala Dala, which I think was kind of a weird decision, especially because one it is not that good. So I don't really understand why they were like hiding it or something. It doesn't have a choreography or a video, so yeah, I don't know, that's kind of weird. They also took like a week to do their first V-Live, but whatever. On the other hand, Cherry Bullet, they released 3 songs, so it's not that much more, but they released them all together, and they did a showcase where they sang and danced to all of them. Uh, they had like, interviews and stuff. The ITZY showcase was there, but it was much shorter, and it was only Da 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 and then like a cover uh, of a medley. So yeah. Also, Cherry Bullet also has had a lot of behind the scenes stuff, whereas ETs were really short videos, and yeah, they've been on radio and stuff a lot more. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I guess that's kind of all I really have to say. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this. So to sum up, I actually really like both of these groups, and I'm really curious to see how they go on. Like I think they neither of them had perfect debuts. They both had like strengths and weaknesses, and I'm really curious to see if they polish those weaknesses and are able to really shine. Obviously, it has a lot more success so far, but that's mostly because it's from a big company and stuff. So I'm really curious to see how they go on. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Thanks for watching.